everybody, this is Jen, the Alpha Gal Chef in 30 minutes or less, and today we're going to make a very unusual treat that is filled with superfoods, good fats, and protein, and a little bit of minerals through some very wonderful vegan greens. And today we're making rice crispy rolls. And this will be great for breakfast or a midday snack or even a treat for the evening. These are grab and go. You can throw them in your bag, take them to the gym, take them wherever you go. So with that, we're starting with 5 cups of brown rice crisps, which I have here. There's a few different brands at the health store. I'm using Erewhon. It's a really good company that you can stand by and trust. So we're going to start with that. In a double broiler, I have about 110 grams of coconut oil. And to that, I have added about 15 grams of extra virgin olive oil and about a teaspoon of cocoa butter. And I got over a double broiler. And to that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of honey right into that oil. This is a good sweetener that's got great vitamins and minerals in it. The coconut oil has good fats in it, and actually coconut oil helps to turn off the brain and cause a satiation. It actually also helps the body to burn fat. It opens up the fat cells to be used as energy. And so that is always a good thing when you're eating a snack. And so to this, I'm going to go ahead and melt in 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. And this is very low glycemic, so that is going to be beneficial. It'll give a nice kind of a brown sugar flavor to it. I love to use coconut sugar, and you'll have some great minerals in that as well. And then we're going to always add just a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, and that will just help to bring out the sweetness, but it also cuts the oversweet, so it's a perfect addition. And it's got minerals in it as well. I'm going to make some chocolate Rice Krispie treats, so I'm adding 1 tablespoon of raw cacao powder. And then to that we'll add 1/4 teaspoon of ground vanilla bean pod, and that will just marry very well with the chocolate. I've got 1 teaspoon of reishi mushroom, which helps to give impart well-being, and also it is very good for boosting the immune system. So who doesn't want that in the wintertime with cold and flu season? So it is a really good thing. It helps to modulate the immune system so that it works at its optimal pace. It's not over-aggressive and it's not under-aggressive. It just brings you up to that perfect immune sustain. So that's what you want. Then I have a tablespoon of ground flax meal to provide you with some good estrogens and good fat. Helps the body release the bad estrogens and helps to keep your progesterone level where it needs to be when you have your estrogen where it needs to be, and that's the good estrogen that you would get from flaxseed. I have, 1 tablespoon of maca. Maca helps with energy. It also helps to balance the hormones, so it's good for men and women. It gives you sustained energy, which is very, very nice. So I'll mix that in there. And lastly, we're going to add, and I've got here this great vegan green powder that's got an apple and banana base. So the banana will really marry well with the chocolate. You really won't taste the apple at all. But there's probiotics and mushrooms and green powders and grasses and vegan probiotics. So this is just a super duper great green drink, and it's not going to mess with the flavor of these chocolate rolls at all. So we'll put a 1/2 tablespoon of that, and then to that I've got this great pea-based protein from Ripple, and we're going to add a tablespoon of the protein. And that will help to balance out a slower release on the honey that's in this and give you a little bit of protein that's great for the muscles. That's why I said this is really good for a post-workout snack. Till you have a chance to, get home and eat a nice lunch or a good breakfast after, this is great for the workout. Now you could always add a butter alternative if you're not worried about dairy, if you're not pure vegan, then you can simply add 125 grams of butter or a combination of any oils that you would like that would equal up to the 125 grams. So now I've got that all incorporated well. This is hot, so I need my little holder here. I'm gonna burn my hands. And we're just gonna lift that out gently and drizzle that all over the rice treats. Little crunchy rice gems here, so good. Okay, so we'll just get this hot mess out of here. And we'll just start incorporating all of that to coat these lovely rice treats. If you find that it is not sticky enough, you could always, it'd be a little bit thicker, you could certainly put in some agar, maybe a tablespoon of agar in this, and that will help to thicken it up. You could use cornstarch, arrowroot, anything that would impart that. But I don't need it, I don't want it. And you know, if I find that this doesn't set up as well as I would like it, I'll just put it in the fridge and let it get solid, and then I'll take it out with me. You could add peanut butter to this, that would be nice, or almond butter. I'm just gonna coat that all. Add a little bit of molasses, some black strap that has good iron and minerals. If you don't mind that heavier flavor, I happen to love black strap, so black strap and chocolate would be fine, or leave the chocolate out and just use honey and black strap. Or you could use, if you want a lower glycemic instead of the honey, you could use brown rice syrup or barley malt or yakan. You could use coconut nectar, so there's just so many variations and combinations that you could substitute to personalize this and make it your very own. That's very forgiving with the oils and the sweeteners, but you just want to taste it and make sure that you've got the sweetness where you would like it to be, so I'll do that right now. It's perfectly sweet. It's not overly sweet. It's not undersweet. You can taste that banana that's in there with the chocolate from this wonderful green powder. And so basically, you're done. You're ready to assemble it. So I've got my plastic wrap, nothing fancy. We're just using this to help to mold it together and to get it into basically holds tubes. Rolls, what we'll call it, like a sushi roll, but these are Rice Krispie rolls. So we'll just pull a little bit of that out. What about you? I always have trouble ripping that stuff. It's like packing tape, always sticks to itself. So we're just gonna take a spoonful of this. If you have some nice vegan marshmallows, you could feel free to use them. And you just basically roll it up. You just make it really tight and compact, roll it all up, and then you'll do this with the remaining mix. Put it in the refrigerator, let it get solid. 30 minutes or so, it'll be nice and solid, and then you'll be able to take them out and eat them as a snack. A lot of times during the warmer months, whenever you're using coconut oil, and certainly if you're not using marshmallows in this, because marshmallow has that sticky factor, just keep them in the fridge and pull them out as you need them. that will keep them preserved. They'll last longer. They'll be in a little bit cold, so that's really nice. And also when you take it out of the fridge and you go off to the gym, you know, when you're working out for an hour or so or out for a run, this is going to stay solid enough for you to eat even over that hour. But certainly if you're in a very hot environment in summer, you're going to want to keep those in the fridge and just eat them as you want them. So, that one. So I'm basically just going to keep rolling until I get all of these rolled up. And then I will show you the finished product. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I have very unique recipes to share, and it doesn't just stop with food. I do body care. I impart wisdom as I can and knowledge that I gain. So follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, rockinspiritcreations.com, and that's RAWKIN spiritcreations.com. Alpha Gal Chef, Alpha Gal Success, Alpha Gal Support Products. And if you wanted to know what Alpha Gal is, and I wear my wristlet, I never take it off. Alpha Gal is, I'm not just talking Alpha Gal Jen as I'm an alpha, but I'm actually calling Alpha Gal Jen and Alpha Gal Chef is because I have a tick-borne syndrome that makes me allergic to all mammal products, including meat, byproducts, dairy, gelatins, glycerins, anything that is involving a mammal. And mammal is anything that nurses and suckles its mother, so beef, pork, rabbit, venison, any animal that suckles, rabbit, just anything. And so I can't utilize any of those products, so I have to make these really clean products so that I don't have a reaction, which could be as great as anaphylactic shock. And a lot of people have that, and they're even airborne sensitive, so they're in a restaurant where meat is being cooked, they have a problem. So I love to bring you these fun alternatives. It's very hard to even go to a health food store because most things are not pure vegan, they're vegetarian. There's a lot of just hidden ingredients by other names that you have to get educated about so that you don't have reactions that mess with your fortitude and stability throughout your day, because we're all busy, but we want to eat well too. So I'm making these, sometimes I will make them with dairy. I don't consume them, I give them to my family, but not everybody is allergic to everything all the time mammal. So you might have some people allergic to meat, but they can have dairy. So I make these with them in mind as well, so that they have options that don't have other, because a lot of times if you see dairy, they're going to sneak in other mammal things like mammal fats and maybe some meat products that are derived, such as gelatins and collagens and stuff like that, that maybe they can't have. And they assume if you can have dairy, you can have some of these other things. So I make it with dairy-friendly Alpha Gal sulfurs. So anyway, I hope you can appreciate that, because I just delight in bringing things to give hope to those who suffer. It's a very debilitating condition that leaves you wanting and needing food that's safe and enough to keep your weight on, because I've dropped 40 pounds in the last 5 months just because my diet is so narrow. It's very, very hard. I have to do nearly everything from scratch. So I bring these to you with much love, much understanding, and empathy. So with that, God bless. Make it a great day. Get your Alpha Gal Allergy Alert Band. Don't get caught off guard being out in public, exposed to something or cross-contaminated, thinking you're having something pure and you actually have a reaction and you're unable to speak for yourself and be your own advocate. That the medical teams or bystanders that come to your rescue will be able to be suspicious of what could be happening if you're anaphylactic. I've designed these. I sell them at rockinspiritcreations.com. They're $10. Such a good price for an advocate that's with you 24 hours a day. They're non-binding, silicone, no reaction to that really, unless you're somebody that reacts to silicone, but I don't really know anybody on the planet that does. But free shipping for that, just because I love you. So with that, see you on the next video.